Fun weekend.
What'd you do?
Thursday, I was a host for Camp Lightbulb. It's a foundation that benefits queer kids, like up until high school.
Adults who don't have children who take interest in other people's children, they scare me. I think that's weird. I'm like, why don't you go have your own children? Like, do your nuts don't work? Do your ovaries don't work? Are those offensive questions?
It's a camp where they can be around like-minded
So after
people.
high school, fuck them.
No, but like sometimes people aren't, like queer kids aren't supported in their own communities, or parents don't really know how to support them. And
I think it's really offensive when some random person takes an interest in the other people's children. Rachel Lindsay, I have so many questions. Why would you want to go volunteer for Camp Lightbulb? Why do you have a special interest in children, more specifically queer children? Why do you want to participate in the self-exploration of sexuality for a child?
You just give them the
negative
tools.
Ned over here.
I'm not being negative. Shout out to Camp Lightbulb.
Shout out to Camp Lightbulb. That's the thing that you want to say.
It's Camp Lightbulb? What is a camp that they go to? And what happens there?
I just told you.
I mean, you teach them. What do you teach them?
Well, I don't go. I've never been, but there's always a
So you
testimony.
never been to the camp.
Well, I'm not queer.
Oh my, there's a comment coming.
But I support the community. But there's always a testimony given by a parent
That's amazing.
and their child, and it's a really beautiful thing.
Jesus, oh my God, Jesus is in the building.
Well, I'm not queer.
Any adult who has an interest in a child's sexuality, I think that's a strange person, a weird person. I don't think that person should be around children for any reason. Does anybody disagree with me? Can we have this conversation? Because I'm a parent, and if any adult in my children's lives were to go and start talking to them about their sexuality, or even be open to that discussion about whether they have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or if they have a crush or whatever, any adult that's not the parent of the child engaging in that type of conversation, you're skeptical. You're a suspect, and I'm wondering, why are you around children? What is your interest in children? More specifically, why are you interested in a child's sexuality? So,
I mean, you teach them. What do you teach them?
Well, I don't go. I've never been, but there's always a
So you
testimony.
never been to the camp.
Well, I'm not queer.
ain't nothing different about gay people and straight people except for the way that we choose, the people we choose to love. Ain't no difference. And so, like, to think that they have some type of unique understanding or some unique perspective on the sexual experience, like, hey man, stop that. This is a physical thing. It ain't nothing but no physical thing. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but animals, so let's do it like they do it on the Discovery Channel. I don't know who sang that song, but it was when I was a kid. And when I was a kid, all the other kids, we laughed at that song because we thought it was so funny, because it's so honest. And honesty is frowned upon. If I have a conversation about sexuality, then all of a sudden you think that like I'm being homophobic or something, I'm being transphobic, and I'm like, the Bible prophesied about these moments. Man, we talking about doing the nasty, but you think that the way that you do the nasty is special. And I'm like, nah, it's called doing the nasty. We get sweaty and sticky and icky, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how the experience goes. And now to focus on children having that experience, or for children to go to a camp that's focused on that experience, I'm like, why? Talking about your sexuality is perfectly natural. To whom?
Queer kids aren't supported in their own communities, or parents don't really know how to support them. And so
I was excited about going to summer camp. I got like, hell yeah, my parents ain't gonna be here. There's gonna be a whole lot of pretty girls. It's the woods, we got water, we got lakes, we got pools. Ain't gonna be nothing but fun. And hell yeah, I wanted to explore my sexual identity. I'm trying to go hide this, you know what I'm talking about? And so when you tell me that you have a camp that's solely based on that, then as soon as the counselors go to sleep, man, we trying to play hide the gopher wherever the gopher goes at. Yeah. Dear parents, why are you focused on your children's sexuality? Dear Rachel Lindsay, why are you focused on someone else's children's sexuality? Like, what kind of world are we living in right now? Why are we doing this? Why are we playing these games? A person's body's not a game. A young person's mind is not a game. A young person's physical experiences is not a game. Scarcity determines value, and we're telling young people to share themselves with as many people as possible, and that's bad information. That's terrible information. Everybody's not worth your conversation. Everyone's not worth your time. Everyone's not worth your body. This is the facts of life. And Rachel Lindsay, I think that that's like the conversation that you should be having. If there's any advocacy when it comes to other people's children, it should be like, what's that shit called? Abstinence.
Was a host for Camp Lightbulb. It's a foundation that benefits queer kids.
The Bible prophesied about these moments.
You can't.
Well, I'm not queer, but I support the community.
Mama said there'll be days like this. Mama said, mama, hell no. Mama ain't warned me about one day the whole world was going to go gay.
It's a foundation that benefits queer kids. Well, I'm not queer, but I support the community.
Rachel Lindsay, go volunteer at the Girl Scouts. Go volunteer at a volleyball camp. Go volunteer to help girls that are doing something productive and not worried about their sexual identity because they got some things to figure it out.
It's a foundation that benefits queer kids. Well, I'm not queer, but I support the community.
Damn, Van Lathan, you didn't want to ask why is there a Camp Lightbulb? You're just like, man, Camp Lightbulb, shout out to Camp Lightbulb. Why are we shouting out to places like Camp Lightbulb? You need to know that Camp Lightbulb exists. I didn't know they had sexuality camps. I had no idea. Who would have thunk it? If I was 14 years old, I'm like, please send me to one of those. In all honesty, I thought all summer camps were that. I thought all summer camps were freak-offs. Hey, Rachel and Lindsay, hey, man, get a better hobby. Stop investing your time into someone else's children. Hey, Van Lathan, push back when you hear crazy things. The Higher Learning Show, thank you for the footage. Thank you for your eyes. Have a good day.